Hi, today we're going to talk about a word that brings fear, loathing, and dread into the human heart. And that word is... Now there's fruitcake, and then there's fruitcake, and then there's fruitcake. Well, we're going to make fruitcake today, and I hope it'll take some of the trauma out of the word for you. So let's get into the kitchen. Here we have our ingredients for fruitcake. I have used 1 box of graham cracker crumbs. There's 13.5 ounces in there. Oh, it's already done up so nice and fine for you. I have 1.5 cup of packed brown sugar. I use dark. 3 teaspoons baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 3 eggs. 1 1/4 cup milk. A cup of raisins. 1 cup of nuts. I used walnuts and I cut them up coarsely, and a cup of chopped dates. Now I'm going to put these in the little individual loaf pans because I'm going to give them away as gifts. Normally they call for a 9-inch springform pan, which would be fine too, but I'm going to put these in these mini loaf pans and then I'll freeze them. So let's start putting this together. First step is combining our dry ingredients. So I add the brown sugar, the baking powder, and the salt, and then I mix this up. And if you've not used your hands before, I really find it, I can tell what I'm doing, how things are going. There we go. We'll get this in there. Now we combine our liquid ingredients. I'm putting the eggs in the milk and adding the vanilla, and I'm going to stir that a little bit. I whisked the eggs already a little bit ahead of time. And then we're going to add this to our dry ingredients. This makes a rather neutral fruit cake. It's not filled with candied fruit or whatever it is they usually put in fruit cake. It's just a nice hearty, I think it's healthier fruit cake. All right, there we go. That's all done. And then we're going to add our fruit and our nuts. There go the nuts, the raisins, and the candied dates. And let's mix this together. This is going to require my hands, I can tell right now. But see, it comes together so nice. Ooh, this is gooey. There we go. But I like to get everything all mixed in so everybody gets a bite of a nut or a piece of a raisin or date. There we go. That is all set to put in the pan. I really like using this tool. I just found it not that long ago, and I wish I'd had it all my baking life. So I'm using some that are pottery, and I'm using others that are disposable. And I'm just going to fill them how full I think they should be. Now, the directions call for a certain cooking time, baking time, but I will be doing less because these are so tiny. Let me fill the rest of them. By the way, I did spray these with Pam. Here we go. Fruit cake ready for the oven. Now, you see I did 6 pans. I filled them about 2/3 of the way. Some are maybe a little more half. And I will let you know how long I bake them. Remember I bake by my nose when I tell it's done, but I will actually time it today for you. So in the oven they go. Well, here we go. Wonderful, lovely fruit cake. I got 6 loaves out of making them in the little pans. It smells wonderful. I think you can see the nuts and the fruit that's in there. And the outside has a little bit of a crispness to us. I think that comes from the brown sugar. Now, I bake these 30 to 40 minutes. Now, if you use the 9-inch springform pan, you would bake these for an hour. So I'm going to age these a little bit for about a day and then freeze them. And I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I hope you're not scared of fruitcake anymore and have a very Merry Christmas.